Hello everyone, welcome to my video. In this video, I will discuss the problem of public speaking. But before that, I will introduce myself first. My name is Irfan with student number 1907103774. So, public speaking is a communication activity that is carried out orally and directly in public or in front of many people. One example is the activity I am currently doing. I speak and make this video is one example of public speaking that can be seen by many people. However, to do public speaking will be difficult for some people because there are some problems faced when doing public speaking. Here is an animated video I give on public speaking problems.
What's the matter, Charlie Brown? My teacher assigned me an oral report. I'm terrible at oral reports, Linus. Every time I get up in front of the class, my legs shake, my hands sweat, and my stomach begins to hurt. I always end up making a fool of myself.
Maybe you just need to be better prepared, Charlie Brown. A fear of public speaking is most likely rooted in unpreparedness.
What are you talking about? I've had more practice at making a fool of myself than anyone I know. I couldn't be more prepared. Good grief, I'm doomed. This is it! I'm saved! I'm saved! Yay! Shh! Step 1. Loosen up the body. Muscle tension will drain energy from effective speech delivery. Gee, that's easy enough to do. I feel sorta silly. I'm getting it! Step 2. Poor enunciation can ruin oral presentation. Practice this list of tongue twisters to limber up the tongue. Peter Picker piped a pickle. Seashells sold Sally's seashores. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Sally sold seashells by the seashore. This is easy. Step 3. Visualize success. See yourself delivering the perfect presentation. I can see it. I'm really visualizing. I'm visualizing. You were right, Linus. All I needed was preparation, and I prepared all weekend long at the library. This report will be a piece of cake. I'm up next. Visualize. Visualize. Here goes. Sally pickled Peter at the seashore.
I will tell you the problems they are usually faced. Common problems that speaker face are: the first is lack of confidence. Lack of confidence is the root of public speaking problems. Many people are not confident to do public speaking because they feel they are not able to do it. They are afraid of failing to get people's attention, are afraid that mistake will occur when delivering the materials, and are nervous because it is first time seen by many people. But this is not a problem because it is a common thing that is usually found in everyone. Self-confidence is important because the audience can believe the material presented is true if the speaker who delivers the material feels confident. He felt that the material presented was very true and wanted to share it. For example, namely the problem of confidence in doing a job promotion. If the speaker who does the promotion is not confident, then the audience will also not believe that the promotion given. They will feel that the promotion is less interesting and boring, so they will look for another job. In general, a speaker will feel the same way when he first speaks in front of many people. To solve this problem is to practice often. Tell yourself that you are able to bring the good conversation, that all the listeners will be satisfied with the conversation you bring. Bring all the positive truth to yourself and stay away from truth that take you away from your confidence. By doing this, you can increase your self-confidence to do public speaking. Here is another sample video how to be more confident.
Okay, Just get up on that podium. All right, I'm here. That was easy. Now I just need to... Oh my gosh! How many people are in the audience? 100? 1,000? Don't count. Okay, I can do this. I'm gonna focus on my notes. What did I have written down again? Hello. Okay, if this sounds like your worst nightmare, you're not alone. Actually, you're one of the estimated 70% of the population that has an intense fear of public speaking. And that's okay, because on today's Wellcast, we've got our triple P method that will get you through and get you calm during that next oral report and keep your breakfast where it belongs. You ready? Many polls list public speaking as the most commonly reported phobia among Americans. It's called glossophobia, meaning literally, fear of the tongue. A study by Texas Christian University tested 48 women and 48 men enrolled in a public speaking class and found that those who exhibited high trait anxiety had the most physical symptoms of distress when speaking publicly. So, what if you're the kind of person whom any bit of social acrobatics is tantamount to entering a lion's den? Hey, calm down. Okay, I'm just kidding, but seriously, calm down, all right? We've got our triple P method that'll get you through that next public speaking gig. Pause and print this Wellcast worksheet. Step 1, prepare, prepare, prepare. We said it 3 times because it's that important.
There are 2 things that go into being prepared. Number 1, knowing your subject backwards and forwards. 2, knowing exactly how you're going to present it step by step. In your Wellcast worksheet, write down the major points that you want to get across to the audience. Get the ideas out of your head and onto the paper.
Okay. In the next column to the right, start ordering these points in a logical manner. Arguing your point to the audience and winning them over is like a boxing match. First, start with some fancy footwork, a fact or an anecdote that will hook the audience in and get them to pay attention to you. Then, throw a couple of swings, supporting evidence for your argument, stats, personal stories, something that will start to convince the audience that you're taking control. And finally, the knockout, a landing blow of statements that's memorable, convincing, and sums up your speech's position. All right, step 2, posture and physicality are key. Part of keeping your anxiety at bay while giving your speech is knowing what to do with your body.
Before your speech, avoid large meals or dairy products, which will make you feel like you need to clear your throat incessantly. Bring a bottle of water on stage if you're allowed. Don't be afraid to take sips throughout your speech. It'll keep your voice natural, and it gives you a moment to pause and regain your composure if needed. Stand naturally, not too stiff or slumped. Good posture will help you breathe and speak easier, and it'll let your audience know that you're calm and in control.
Step 3, pander to your audience. The best public speakers know how to work the room. Don't be completely serious unless the occasion calls for it. Don't read entirely off the cards. Keep a natural cadence and pace. Throw a joke or a side in. It'll draw in a laugh. If there's a silence, then turn that into a joke. Stay natural, self-effacing, and the audience will be on your side. Let's recap. You'd rather face a poisonous reptile than public speak, huh? Well, follow the Wellcast Triple P checklist. Prepare extensively for your speech. Know your content backwards and forwards, and figure out the absolute best way to present it and to win over your audience. Watch your posture and physicality. This includes everything from standing naturally to breathing from your diaphragm.
And pander to your audience. Keep them in the palm of your hand and with an easy demeanor, natural cadence, and of course, jokes.
The second problem is not mastering the material. In addition to mentally preparing for self-confidence, the speaker must also master the material to be delivered. By mastering the material, the message to be conveyed can be well received by the audience. Usually, not mastering the material occurs when there are questions to be asked from the audience. To solve this problem is to give a systematic answer, namely an answer based on your knowledge and your experience, and then give your opinion on the given question. The third problem is not knowing how to bring the atmosphere. The atmosphere, when doing public speaking, is important to attract the attention of the audience. But to be able to bring the atmosphere well, the speaker must first address the problems I mentioned earlier. If the speaker is not confident, then the atmosphere that may occur is a dead atmosphere, or the audience doesn't understand what is being discussed. The mistakes that the speakers usually make when bringing the atmosphere are: the first one speaks too slow or too fast. The speakers who speaks too fast or too slow make it difficult for the audience to follow the issues being discussed. If the speaker speaks too fast, then the audience can be left behind when taking important points of the conversation. If the speaker speaks too slow, the audience will easily become bored because the material is too long. For example, if I talk like this from the beginning of the video to the end of this video, then you will have a hard time getting the important points of my conversation. Or, if I talk like this from the beginning of the video to the end of this video, then you will bore when my material discussion. The second is monotonous sound. Voice intonation is very important when conveying conversation information, especially regarding important points of conversation. If the intonation of the speaker is monotonous, the audience will get bored easily. To overcome this, the speaker must know the point that must be emphasized to become the intonation that attracts the attention of the audience. For example, if I talk like this, then you will easily get bored with the intonation of my voice. The last fault is the sound is weak. Besides being monotonous, the speaker's weak voice also makes the audience easily bored. For this reason, the speech patterns of the speaker must be considered very well so as not to lose the attention of the audience. For example, so if I talk like this, it will also make you easily bored watching my video. That's a common problem a speaker faces. Here I give some recommendations in order to be able to do public speaking well. The first is to know the target audience well. To make the audience interested in the atmosphere of the discussion, namely by recognizing the desired goals and intentions of the audience in the conversation. Therefore, before compiling the material, a speaker must know in advance what the audience goals are. For example, if the speaker wants to convey a material, then the speaker must use a language style that is easily understood by the audience so that the audience can understand the material easily. The second is compiling the points to be conveyed. There may be a lot of material that the speaker wants to convey, but due to the limited time given, the speaker must be able to arrange important points so that all the material is conveyed. How to arrange important points, namely by not discussing material that is not related to the main material. That way, there will be enough time to convey all the main material. The last is the practice of carrying the material continuously. This section is an important part because with this section, the speaker can master the material and know the material very well. The speaker can do the exercise with your brother, sister, or friends, or the exercise can also be done alone. Here is more animation video tips.
However, no fear. Here are 7 tips that will help you control your nervousness so that you can make effective, memorable presentations. Number 1, know the audience. What does your audience already know about your topic? Will they be apathetic, sympathetic, or hostile toward your topic? Number 2, know your material. Practice your presentation and revise it if necessary. However, don't over-practice to the point of sounding robotic. Number 3, know the room. Be familiar with the place in which you'll speak. Look around the room to see what may affect your volume or movements. Number 4, maintain eye contact and speak up. Your audience needs to know that you're speaking to them, and they need to hear what you're saying. Scan the room constantly and project to the back of the room. Number 5, concentrate on the message, not the medium. Speak to your audience, not the floor, your notes, or the projector screen. Focus your attention on your audience. Number 6, don't apologize. If you mention your nervousness or apologize for any problems you think you have with your speech, you may be calling the audience's attention to something they hadn't noticed. Keep silent. Remember, your audience doesn't have a transcript in front of them. And lastly, number 7, realize that people want you to succeed. Audiences want you to be interesting. They don't want you to fail.
In fact, it's awkward for an audience member when a presenter is doing poorly. So recognize that your audience wants to sit back and be entertained.
Public speaking problems can be a serious problem. For example, if a student faces a public speaking problem and doesn't want to solve it, it can affect his future. When viewed from the world of work, usually in the world of work will be more often to the public speaking. A lot of work that needs to be discussed in order to promote his career. A person who is not able to carry a conversation well, it is difficult to get help from another type of work. They are unwilling to cooperate because the speakers lack of skills and they are not interested in what the speakers has to offer. Therefore, the problem of public speaking must be addressed in the way I discussed earlier. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.